This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today is Thursday, December 2nd, 2010, and today we're going to take a look at TLAB. This is a NASDAQ Global Select stock trading under ticker TLAB. See, earlier on in the year, it had a nice run up. I'm not sure what happened to make it drop from $9 all the way down to $6. Then over the course of several months, it recovered a lot. Then a big gap down again here in October, so I'm not sure what happened. The gap up yesterday is what caught my eye, up 3%, 4.3 million shares traded. That gap down, of course, is going to shoot these indicators down pretty hard, because that was a pretty good gap from $8 all the way down to $7. And now we're seeing, it looks like we're going to get ready to get a bullish cross. Looks like the histogram's about ready to break through zero. Same way with the PPO. ADX is in a pretty nice position with that negative DI up high, the positive DI making a turn. Pinches don't ever get super deep on this. Performed pretty well the last time it aligned itself that way. So that ADX has a nice reversal look to it. MFI is still trending down pretty hard. We got a little bit of turn in the 7 yesterday because of that upward movement, but the 14 and 21 still trending south recently. So we're going to look for these to try and reverse positions. Because the 7 and 14 move quicker than the 21, if they do start to slide back up, we're going to have all three of these intersect right around this area. It should have a pretty nice look to it. Even despite those sell-offs, this accumulation distribution has held itself up pretty well, kind of in a sideways channel. Taking money flow even shows that buying pressure has still been there, not a whole lot of time down in the red, with selling pressure being real dominant. CCI now breaking up through negative 100. That has a nice look to it. And the full stow has even got itself a little bit of an uptrend. Broke back down at oversold. It looks like it's going to whipsaw right back up through it today. And the tricks is starting to flatten itself out. It looks like we're going to get a bullish cross. RSIs are in a pretty decent sideways channel, the 14 and 21. That buying pressure yesterday, of course, got them to snap back up pretty quickly. So we're going to look for that break of 50 and see if this is going to get any kind of strength to it. I always try and point this out. When you see that break and it's trending over 50, that price per share just keeps trending up. It's a big area for it. It needs to get over that 50 marker in order to become a bullish chart. These three candles, the last 3 days, make up a morning star pattern. And that can be a pretty nice reversal pattern. We're going to look for confirmation, which means we want to see this price close up again today. And we want to see more volume. The more volume you get on the confirmation, the stronger the confirmation is. That 20-day movement average is sitting at 664. See, it's closed at 650. So we're going to want to see it break through that area. There's also going to be some resistance right through there. It's going to be the first line it sees. See, it was a pretty decent support level. Even tried to hold it through here several times before it fell through there towards the end of November. Bottom support should come in right through that 628 area. See, it dipped below. It's all the way down to 607, 612, 622. But I always want to pull itself back up. So we're going to look for support to hold in that 628 area. Primarily what we're looking for today is another move upward on this to give confirmation that this has truly found another bottom. It's going to try and climb back to the north side. If it can break through that 665, 670 area, look up there around 690. That's going to be another key point for it. This 50-day moving average is dynamic. It's going to continue down. It's not going to turn that quickly. So it's going to intersect that area and present more resistance as well as this price per share resistance. But if it can climb back above this and make a new higher high, there's a good chance to trend back to the north side and make another recovery like it's done in the past. It's a little bit higher dollar stock than a lot of times we look at. We look at the true pennies. So the bigger 20, 30, 40% gains aren't going to come with this, especially not immediately. From where it is now, even if it can get up here and test this 50-day, that's going to be about a 10% gain. But the losses are also relatively minimal. Stop loss being that close, it's just a couple percentage points away. So not every play has to be one where you're swinging for the fences. Small, consistent gains can be profitable and a smart way to play a lot of times. So let's look for confirmation of this morning star. Let's look for that resistance to fall. Let's pay attention to volume. See if it can get a spike on this confirmation. If it indeed happens, if it wants to slip back down, look for it to hold this 28 area. Long term, I'd pay attention to this gap and see if it's going to fill that. It's a big gap all the way back up to almost $8. But as you can see, it left a gap over here, eventually came back up and filled it. I typically won't put price targets, but it is important to point out that there's still an open gap here that I would expect to get filled unless there's something very fundamentally wrong with this company. I know nothing about it. This is just a technical look at the chart. And most importantly, trying to point out a morning star pattern, and now we're looking for confirmation on it. As always, this video chart is merely my interpretation. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching and trade smart.